Good morning everyone, and thank you for watching my video. Welcome to GreenMangoes, and it's bright and early here in Las Vegas, and I want to make a video to share with you my journey in gardening here in the desert. And gardening here and planting edible trees, fruit trees and veggies and anything can be very difficult for many different reasons. Number one is the heat, and number two, it gets really hot here. It can get up to 115 degrees Fahrenheit. And also the soil. The soil is not the best soil, not fertile soil. All rocks and sand, and it doesn't have a lot of nutrients in the soil. So my gardening journey here in Las Vegas has been a long learning process, and I've learned to amend the soil. I've learned to add a lot of different nutrients and learn a lot of different ways to bring trees and edible trees here to Las Vegas that are not particularly native here. So I have to learn their behaviors, their characteristics, and most of the time by trial and errors, and figure out how they will survive here. So this video has been in my mind for a while, where I want to make a series of video to share with you my challenges and different things I will amend and make changes in my garden to make sure that I have an adequate amount of edible trees here in the yard. But in the same time, I do have a family, my wife and two little girls, and I want to keep enough amount of estate for them to play around the yard as well, not having a large amount of trees, and so that there's no way for them to run around and play. So I have to find the balance. And number two, there's HOA here, so I can't have raise chickens. I can't get manure. Certain things I do, I have to comply by the HOA rules and regulations. And the most difficult thing is the heat. And able to get around it. And I do love tropical fruit trees, and they don't particularly thrive and do well in that amount of heat, where it gets up to 115 degrees and with minimal amount of moisture and humidity. So I will use this video as a tour to my garden, and make a series of video to show you different things. I make changes in my garden. And the best thing about gardening is it's not like a house where you build a house and then that's static, right? A garden is very dynamic, where you can change maybe the raised bed here to that location next year, and maybe perhaps you can move things around. But and then you can make the looks and feel of the garden looks different according to how your journey in gardening and whatever you learn in your yard. Everybody's yards are different. Everybody's setups are different. And the beautiful things about gardening is you have an ability to learn by try and errors, and learn from other people, so that you can have an abundant amount of edible fruit trees in your yard to eat. So with that, I will give you a tour around my garden, and today I will have someone help me clean up a lot of the landscape rocks, so I can have a very long raised bed with a lot of compost. I say about 75 feet long, so 4 feet by 75 feet. That's my start, and we start from there. First, I start out here in my patio, and as I mentioned earlier, I have 3 little girls, and they have toys all over the places. And as I garden here, I also keep in mind that my girls do like to hang out here. So this is my cover patio. I have a balcony on top too, and that's later in this series. I'll make an episode where I will show you what I would do with my balcony on top. But this patio is, I say, about 12 feet wide, 33 feet long. And the beautiful thing about this is I use it to bring my tropical trees and potted trees in here when it gets cold here in Las Vegas. And we don't get snow here often. Maybe once every 4 or 5 years, and it doesn't really. It's nothing major, but the temperature do get down to about 25 degrees. So I utilize this space to keep my trees warm when it's necessary. This is the east side of the yard, and I've learned that a lot of trees survive very well and thrive very well when they get the morning sun and afternoon shade. And this area where the east side of my my yard, where it gets sunrises in the morning and very cool. I mean, not so hot here, and when the afternoon comes, it gets a lot more shade and it gets protected a little bit more. So starting out, here's my kumquat, one of my kumquat trees. And I say about in a few weeks here, it will start to bloom again. It already did during the summer months, but it was too hot, so all the buds die. I can zoom in a little bit, here, so for you to see. There's a bud coming out here. What one? But jasmine in the pot, star jasmine, and moving over here. I have calamandan in the yard, blueberry, and a bear lime tree. And behind it is there's a grapevine where I built a trellis that I screw in the fence with rope going around, and I train the grapes to climb. Then I also have a small raised bed where I didn't really do much about it, and not a lot of success because I didn't have enough compost and soil in there. So as you can see, my kids are painting out here as well, and they do enjoy being out here with me. And if you watch other videos with them out here with me, they're very fun. So this is an area where I'll show you a long strip of space that I plan on today to remove a lot of this landscape rocks. And I will add compost and soil to make a raised bed from here all the way down to the end there. So let me start by introducing some of my potted trees. This is my nectarine. I haven't repotted yet. This is in a 7-gallon container, and I'll leave it there until the spring to repot. And here's my white tropic guava. This one grows quite a bit. And behind me is Santa Rosa plum. This thing produces thousands and thousands and thousands of fruits. And we can't finish them all. We have to share with the birds and share with the neighbors and friends. Behind this tree, I got a peach, and of course a loquat that is flowering right now. And another kumquat tree. So you see they're fruiting right now. I have a lot of kumquat trees. Here's another one. This is a nagami. And as you can see, we already have fruits in here. This is a longan, Vietnamese longan. Pretty new addition to the family, and probably won't fruit until a year or two or so. Also have another nagami kumquat in the pot. This is in a 25-gallon. And this is my June plum. That I also have a series of videos about this. And as you can see, they already set fruits. They're gonna be yummy in a month or so. And behind here I have pink guava and also Malaysian red guava. So a few types of different guavas. And my favorite, this desert rose. I have a set of them, different hybrid desert rose. These ones are multi-layer desert rose. They're super pretty, and they're in trending right now. Same goes with this one right here. This one was propagated. I love this is the white one that I love and I propagated. This is a bonsai in training right here. More desert rose. As you can see, I do have quite a bit in my yard and basils in a pot container. Behind me here, I mean behind this this flower here, I got an avocado. This is a reed avocado. Most people say that they don't survive here in Las Vegas, but I've had this for a year already. And knock on wood, next year I'm looking forward to see some fruits there. And a set of aloe vera, well, different type of aloe behind this this apricot tree. And let me walk back so we can zoom out here. As you can see this apricot tree. This is the trunk is about 4 inches wide. It's quite big, and it produces huge amount of yellow apricots that is so delicious every year. That I love. As I'm walking toward this direction here, I like to show off to you my plumera. Hopefully this will set flowers next year. They're in a 25-gallon container. And I don't know if you can see, but up top in the balcony, I have a set of desert rose, which are adenium, that grew up there. But as you can see along this strip here is where I will change into a raised bed area and remove all the potted trees and a lot of this outside. That's a mum. And of course another plumera. They do grow here in Las Vegas, people, so please plant them, don't be afraid. Flowers, lilies, bougainvillea. And I'm excited to come over here because this is my, well, let me introduce another calamandan, another type of kumquat in a 25-gallon container. They set hundreds and hundreds of fruits last year. This is my grapevine, started from here. 16 feet, about 20 feet long. I have 2 different varieties of grapes here. I have the red grapes and the Concord grapes. And let me show you, we finished all the Concord grapes, but there's some left. They grew later in the summer. And down here, I got a lemon tree that died back about 2 years ago, and now starting to grow back. Maybe I didn't know what I was doing with it, but I learned how to do it now, grow it now. And it should be good. More aloe. And I also propagated dragon fruit cuttings. And like I mentioned, this is an area where I love the most because it gets shaded by Palo Verde tree there, which is native to to Las Vegas, to the desert, and it keeps this area shade in the afternoon where the sunset on the west, and this area facing southeast. So it's very decent to grow edibles here. Got a lot of protection, and I got tomatoes in pots, eggplants, Thai pepper. I also need to talk about this magnolia. They're pretty when they flower. They're huge. And along the house here, I had a raised bed here, which I think I can do a lot better this coming up this spring, because I'm gonna remove this area. Since I will have a long strip of raised bed there, I'll probably put pavers here so my kids can run around. And as you can see, there are a lot of rocks, a lot of rocks, and there's not much we can do unless I make some changes here so I can grow. But I have basils, chili peppers, basils, asparagus, and have sweet potatoes here. And look at this flower. Look at how gorgeous that is. Also have a hammock here where our family enjoy the weather out here. This is Katy apricots, the sweetest and the most delicious, and my youngest love this the most, and she will eat a few a day. Really delicious. I also have this, my daughter called this an acorn, and it spins when there are winds. It's pretty neat. Behind this apricots, Katy apricots, is the bush of roses. Let me show you one that already bloomed. There you go. And as you can spy back there is a pomegranate. This is a sweet variety and super delicious. Look at the fruit. Wow, I know the sun is kind of making it hard for you to see here, but look at that fruit. This particular sweet variety, pomegranate, is I say about, right now, about 9 feet wide and 10 feet tall. It's huge, humongous. And you can see it, the massive amount of fruits we got in this plant here. Hi, my daughter just woke up, so you want to say hi? And we got some mums down here. Sweet potato plants, bitter herbs. I got the grapefruit again. That died back, now starting to grow. And this is the tangerine that I got from the nursery for $7. Very little one, and now look at how big it got now. So I'll be getting a lot of fruits out of this, hopefully. And behind this tangerine, I got a passion fruit vine. And passion fruit is so hard to survive here in Vegas due to the heat. It get burned out and it dry out. And I had it one of the trailers on the west side, the other side, and it already set fruit. We had some fruits, and I had videos where I pollinated and had the fruit, but it died because it couldn't survive the heat. So I figured that they love full sun, but yet they need to be protected, otherwise they're gonna dry out and burn. So I built a trellis under this Palo Verde tree here, and they get a massive amount of shades, and just in 6 months it grows from here all the way up and starting training to climb on the trellis. So by next year I'm looking forward to share with you an abundant amount of passion fruit hanging down here in this trellis here. So next to the passion fruit, I got a Jujube that struggling to survive, but looks like I got new buds and it's growing. And then a dragon fruit. This is the red variety with the trellis. I will be making a lot more videos about dragon fruit and how to plant them in containers. So please stay tuned and check out my channel to view those videos. Next, let me introduce this side of the yard. This is the west side of the yard, where it gets about 8 to 10 hours of sun every day. So let's say in the summer months, if you plant anything here, pretty much you die, you burn. But I found that figs, apples, anything in the cherry or plum family will survive, and pomegranates, anything that natives or anything that can handle the heat. So I don't particularly try to grow tropical trees around this area unless I get some protection. But I'll share some of the success that I've had here. So first of all, this is an apple called Korean apple, and it gets really big and the green and the crunchy. It can turn a little bit yellow when they're ripe, but you don't want to eat too ripe because it's softened up. The most delicious apple that I've eaten, well, not the most, but one of my favorite apples that I've eaten. And especially when it grows from the yard and you pick it right from the tree here in the yard, it makes it amazing delicious. And I also have a black mission fig that in the pot here where I just started it. And of course I have honey fig. This is really delicious and sweet. And along the wall here, I have bitter herbs, basils, taros, mint, and some cactuses. And it's not very organized, this area here. This is the pluot. My wife loved this fruit so much. It's so delicious and crunchy. Next year I'll make sure I make a video of me tasting this and share with you how it tastes like. And of course, you can't forget about the compost bin, right? We try our best to. It's hard sometimes because I work for a full-time job and gardenings and the kids and activities, so sometimes it's hard to be disciplined. But I did try to compost my kitchen scraps to use around the yard. I have a navel orange tree. Unfortunately, last year all the flowers, hundreds and thousands of flowers, fell off and none of it set fruits. But I will protect it from the wind. It can get very windy here in Las Vegas during the spring, beginning of the spring. So, but behind me here, let me turn around, is this amazing pomegranates. Check out this. This is my hand. This is the pomegranates. Look how ridiculously huge this is. I'm just gonna be quiet for a little bit for you to enjoy this view right here. Look at that, guys. Don't you want to eat some now? I say they're about ripe. And I have another one over here. So I have 3 pomegranates total. I believe these are the wonderful pomegranates, and the one I have on this other side is sweet variety. So let me pan around my yard for you to see. So my garden is kind of an L shape. I don't have a lot of room. So for those of you who are discouraged and always think it's hard to garden, imagine what I have to deal with here. So let's say if I have a fruit tree and I want to plant something. This rock, this is what I have to dig right here. Look. There's no way, look at that. It takes me half a day just to dig a hole to plant a fruit tree. And you know what's worse? When I read the text and it says dig the hole twice as big and twice as large, twice as deep, I was like, oh, holy crap, that's a lot of digging, especially in this kind of rock here. See, I don't have clay soil and the type of soil that you guys have, but yet I still can grow here in Las Vegas, and it takes patience, it takes time, it takes a lot of sweat, it takes a lot of motivation to be able to grow what you need to grow. And another problem I got is rocks are falling into this hole here, so I need to remove them and mulch them so it can create a good environment. But otherwise, these rocks are really hot and they heat up the trunk and it's stressing them out. So I need to be more disciplined. There's a lot to do in my yard. I'm looking forward to walk on this journey with you. And I'll also show you the front of my house, so that way you can give me suggestions what to do. I forgot to talk about my Hawaiian papaya, huh? And the jackfruit seed. Chinese lantern. But anyway, let me go to the front, and hopefully I can utilize this spot here. I'm thinking about adding pavers in this area, the side of my house here, to grow dragon fruit. Still messy, guys, so moving to the front, I have a mesquite tree here, which give a lot of shade to the house. But it's Halloween season, so a lot of pumpkins, as you can see. This is the front yard, and there's a lot of space up here for me to grow. I have a Chinese lantern here, gardenia, and jasmine. Along the windows here, I got some succulents collection, and this is a large area where I haven't done anything yet. It gets quite sunny and hot around this area, so I want to focus on the yard first, and then work with this area later. But I'm excited to make this video where I will put together a series of video and different amendment, different changes along my yard. It's possible to grow edible fruit trees here in Las Vegas and any kind of trees, but with a condition that you have to be very patient, and you have to learn each of the fruit trees or any trees to be able to learn the characteristics and how to protect them at circumstances like when it gets too hot or it gets too cold. The advantage we have here is we don't have snow. So because there's no snow, we don't have to worry about frost. so we can, when it gets to 25 degrees or 30 degrees, you can protect by covering them up, and they should be good. But other than that, you can amend the soil, you can protect them and baby them for the first couple of years, and then they can grow a lot of edible fruits for you. So please don't be discouraged. I live in HOA, and I have to comply with rules and regulation. Yet I have children to have spaces for them to run around, play, and I do want a lot of trees and plants in my yard. So there's a lot of things you have to find the balance to, but they're doable. So don't be discouraged. Please, I hope this video inspires you to grow. It's not easy for me here. Look at all the rocks and the sand here. There's not a lot of soils, but I still can do it. If I can, I'm pretty sure a lot of you can. So please don't be discouraged, and continue following my video. Thank you very much, and please subscribe. So next time I upload a new video, continuing this episode, you can follow me. Have a wonderful day.